Have you ever bought a new piece of equipment with the expectation it's going to give you such a great result, solve a problem? Say a new treadmill so you can get fit, or that fancy new calendar to keep you organized, or some new technology in your organization, only to find you didn't get the results expected. If you did, it's probably because you ignored the most important dimension of change. The white space. Stay tuned. I'm going to talk about what the white space is, why it's important, and 3 advantages you get when you learn to navigate in the white space. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Dr. Dawn Marie Turner, President of Turner Change Management and creator of the Readiness Mindset. Every change we make is triggered either by a decision or an event. When it's a planned change, you or someone else decides to do something differently, to approach and adopt new activities and new behaviors. For example, implement a new human resource system, hire a new team leader, or exercise regularly. However, that decision or event that created the need or the desire for something different is only one dimension of the change process. The other, more important dimension, but often overlooked, is the white space. And the white space impacts every aspect of what happens after that decision is made or an event occurs. Leaders who can confidently navigate within this space have unique advantages. The white space is the space between where you are when an event or decision is made and where you need to be to achieve a new desired state. William Bridges defined this space as the transition. He described it as the psychological process that all of us must go through to achieve and reach a new desired outcome. I call it the white space because in this space, we turn our knowledge, perception, and beliefs about the event into action. Actions that will either move you toward a new steady state or new activities and behaviors, or activities that will protect and retain the current state. It's in this new space, the decision to adopt or not to adopt all of those new activities and behaviors associated with the decision or the event, change event, are made. I've talked before about describing change like an iceberg, the event portion being the portion above the waterline, and the white space being that larger and less visible portion below the waterline. That's why recognizing and accounting for the white space in your planning is so important. Without an understanding of what's happening in that space and the comfort, confidence, and competence to navigate it, your change efforts are doomed to fail. In our Living and Leading Change certificate course, and with all of our clients, we show leaders how to recognize the white space and give them tools that enable them to work within this space. For example, they learn how to create a map of the white space for their change initiative. That gives them an understanding of the boundaries so that they can create a realistic plan for adoption. Leading and navigating within this intangible white space can be challenging, but it is worth the effort. There are 3 unique advantages you get when you can comfortably, confidently, and competently lead within the white space of change. Each person's white space determines all of the reactions and responses that you see when you launch and enable change in your organization. When you understand the white space and can confidently guide people through it, you can prevent resistance to change and build readiness. That's because everything that you see above the waterline is determined by what's happening below the waterline. And that includes things like the emotional reaction, the motivation, the commitment, the willingness to step outside of their comfort zone. All is determined in that white space. So when you're able to guide people, navigate, and work within that space, you prevent resistance to change and build readiness. The second advantage that you gain when you can comfortably navigate in that white space is that you increase your potential for success. Think about this. Almost 80% of your organization's value comes from its intangible assets. The failure to lead within that white space means that almost 80% of your change initiative's potential to deliver a return is lost. So when you can work within that space, you have the opportunity to capture and use all of those intangible assets within your organization. The third advantage is you develop higher levels of change capability throughout your organization, which will make future changes easier. Leaders who lead comfortably and confidently in the white space experience less frustration because the people in the organization have a higher acceptance of change. The result is a greater return on your current change investment and increased capability for future changes. The white space of change, that dimension of change exists whether you navigate it or not. But when you learn how to navigate and guide people through it, you prevent resistance. You create healthy and sustainable change that results in a higher return on your change investment. All right, that's it for now. I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.